be here late. My daughter was at the event that we had this morning. She didn't feel very well, so I needed to make sure she got home. And then we also stopped at the local AFSCME folks were meeting, and we needed to stop real quick and say hello to them. But many of you know me from my work in City Hall. As a matter of fact, I'm proud to tell you that when I was the CEO for the City of Albuquerque, we built this facility and did a lot of this work to develop this whole area, which is really a great amenity for the west side of Albuquerque, for the growing part of Albuquerque at that time. And I remember the days when I was the CAO, and I remember the west siders would complain that, or actually the east siders would complain that the west siders were looking at their backyards, because there wasn't many people on the west side. And then as the west side has grown up and grown, now the west siders are having the west siders look at their backyards. So it's really transformed this whole area tremendously. I'm going to be very quick about my comments because I was late, and I apologize for that. But I worked as the Chief Administrative Officer for the city for 12 years. I worked for 3 different mayors, and we did a lot of great things to improve the west side and really to improve this community as a whole. And when I talk about ethics and I talk about responsibility and leadership, you have to just look at what I've done in my career. Building things and making things happen for people from Albuquerque is what I've worked on a good portion of that 25 years of public service. I have always had an open door policy as a CAO, and I will continue to do that. But it really is about leadership. It's about the values you have as a person in public office. You guys, when you have Larry Barker, Conroy Chino, and all those guys that live in your backyard every day, and I did for the 12 years I was CAO, you have the Journal and the other TV stations. When I made a decision in that morning, I heard about it that afternoon. And to be able to survive 3 different mayors, 3 different administrations, and be the longest serving CAO of the city of Albuquerque, I'm proud to tell you that a lot of that was about being straightforward and being honest, and really not ever losing touch with the people that we serve. We serve you all as the citizens. And when we made plans, for example, for this facility, when we made plans to expand the Mariposa Basin and do all the development there, when we put in Montano Bridge so that we could connect the east side to the west side, it was about the citizens. We need more of that type of leadership in Santa Fe, where we talk about the people of New Mexico and what they need. On this issue of ethics, you don't put ethics on like a jacket in the morning. You either are or you're not. And you all are the best judge of my character and my work, because guess what? You all have seen that work through the course of my career. And I'm looking to be Lieutenant Governor because I know that with my experience and understanding on how to get things done, that we can really have results for our citizens. You guys don't want to hear the bickering of politicians. You want results. You want a government that works. You want a government that's transparent. You want a government that has leadership that you can point to and say, look, that's my Lieutenant Governor, and he's doing the good work, and he's working hard for me every day. That's what I commit to all of you to do. And that's what I'm about, and that's what I've always been about in Albuquerque, in New Mexico. I grew up in a small town. I know about rural stuff, but I'm also proud to tell you that I live in the North Valley of Albuquerque, and I know what we've done in this state and in this city, and I'm very proud of being a part of that. So I ask you all as delegates to please give me an opportunity to visit with you individually and tell a little bit more about my resume, and with that,